Hi, this is a presentation on an emerging web-based technology called Cloud Dashboards. A cloud dashboard is a dashboard that you can build and access on a web browser. It's essentially a web page that tells a story about your business. It has key advantages over on-premise software, such as being easier to deploy, requiring little to no IT support, and is accessible on multiple devices. In other words, anywhere that there's internet access, your key stakeholders can access it as long as they have mobile connectivity. It can also display many different graphical representations of a business and how it is performing. Typically, organizations use dashboards for key performance indicators, or KPIs, to support an organization's business objectives. There are typically 4 features that are highly utilized when creating cloud dashboards. Customization is the first. It's important that you're able to customize your data and be able to access that data how you want it, filter it, and view it in a way that makes sense to you and your key stakeholders. Many of the cloud dashboard software systems provide a drag and drop interface. This allows you to pick the dashboard element that you want to see and then place it wherever you want on the page. So it gives you a way to design your dashboard with very little effort. Color and font selection is another important aspect of the dashboard. It makes it more visually appealing and you're able to focus on certain elements of the dashboard. This flexibility is great for companies that want to use some of the data as a sales tool and would like the color scheme and style to match their brand. Component graphics are probably the most important piece of the cloud dashboards. There are many options available to show data beyond the typical chart or gauge graphic. Some graphic options are speedometers, area and line charts, scatter plots, pivot tables, and interactive graphs. We are seeing that speedometers are trending in these cloud dashboards and they're highly used throughout the industries. How does a cloud dashboard work? Well, Cloud Dashboard is a web page that connects to a database. The web page populates the graphical data through a series of queries, and then the dashboard metrics are updated based on intervals of the queries or user requests through the interaction on the website. Dashboards can be broken down into 4 classifications: strategic, financial, operational, and analytical. Strategic and financial are sometimes lumped together as they share common components. Strategic is highly used for business intelligence. Most companies have systems in place that produce massive amounts of data, and with this data, the cloud dashboard allows the processing of that information and use data models from behind the scenes, filter that data, and be able to access that data through these dashboards and allow the stakeholders to make informed decisions by seeing the data and the trend that is associated with it. Financial dashboards are used typically to illustrate the financial health of an organization. This goes beyond the typical P&L and balance sheet aspects of financial reporting. The financial cloud dashboards are able to highlight meaningful variances and pinpoint areas of focus and where there can be areas of improvement. They essentially tell a financial story in a graphical format. They are very effective tools to ensure financial understanding for all stakeholders involved. Financial dashboards can elicit key questions. Why did we bring in less revenue last month? What were the variance factors? What areas should we focus to improve trends? The graphic below displays labor variances and how a key manager can interpret those variances. Financial dashboards can also indicate performance trends. When you look at the graphs and view all of the metrics associated with the financial data, this is sometimes a way for executives to define the measures of success of a business. There are many key advantages of financial dashboards. Making use of real-time data is a key aspect to this. It enables the executives and key managers to pull data and create a snapshot of their financial health at a specific point in time. Accessibility for key stakeholders is also another appealing part of the financial dashboards. Everything is internet ready. By having the timeliness access to this data, that gives them time-efficient decision-making processes and it enables them to align to key business strategies and make informed decisions. It's also a way to view consolidation of data and the aggregation of data. And with that, you are able to drill down on a more detailed level. Operational dashboards look at current performance related to your KPIs. These are typically the most common types of dashboards implemented. They help organizations understand the performance in real time. They can be utilized across various levels of an organization. They allow users to identify if the organization is on performance targets and meeting their expectations. They are often more detailed than a strategic dashboard. Some key benefits for the operational dashboards are they control activity and processes so that they stay under acceptable limits. So it's a way to monitor and alert them when something is not right with the business or with certain levels and if they're not meeting business objectives. It also gives them real-time visual representation of data, allows for quick alignment and fast decision-making and autonomy. The operational dashboards provide two perspectives, a top-down view and a bottom-up view of the overall state of the operation. These are great benefits for key executives and managers to manage their overall business. They're able to effectively manage rapidly changing performance metrics and identify trends. They can also provide root cause analysis of issues that adversely impact the normal operational procedures. Some examples of operational dashboards are help desk. Help desk dashboards look at how many tickets were opened, when they were received, and how many were closed. This will provide performance indicators for how well the help desk is satisfying the end user requests. Another example of an operational dashboard is a web analytics dashboard. This will analyze your website and tell you how you're doing with respect to page views, number of bounces, and how people are getting to the site through their keyword searches. You can also do this over date ranges. Social media is another example of an operational dashboard. It shows how you're performing with respect to your overall social media marketing plan. The last classification is analytical dashboards. These dashboards can be the eyes and ears of your business. They describe what is happening in a business and help diagnose any problems. They often combine the data from strategic, operational, and financial classification dashboards and these models. One danger that exists is the ability to interpret the visual analytics with present data in a predetermined way and you have to watch out to make sure that it's not leading you into wrong conclusions. So it's important to analyze what the data is and how it's interpreted. There are three main analytical methods: consolidation, which is essentially the summaries; drill down aspect, which gives you the greater detail; and slice and dice provides the subsets for side-by-side comparison. Aggregating data is easy to spot trends, and the ability to summarize the data over periods of time makes it easier to spot the trends and find out where the focal points are. Being able to drill down on those focal points is a great tool for managers to manage that aspect of the business. And as you can see, sometimes a spreadsheet is still the best way to convey that information. The slice and dice aspect is a way to find your key performers. It's a side-by-side comparison, and you view it in many aspects of different graphical representations. With the cloud dashboards, we decided to test 4 dashboard vendors and systems and find out how they would test up against a database. And we used a database from a class project called our Arctic Supply project. The 4 test cases and 4 systems that we chose were Klipfolio, Zoho Reports, ClickSense Cloud, and ClickData. Klipfolio is a business dashboard. And when we went through the process to find out how it worked, we found the pros were the animated demos and tool tips when accessing features for the first time. We found it very informative and very intuitive. There's also a very easy registration process for the trial account. However, there were some limitations. The granularity of the controls when creating the charts, we needed some more detail there, and it was unclear as to what features were available. When we imported in one of the tables from our database from the Arctic Supplies, we chose a table of inventory levels, and we easily created a chart displaying those levels. So Zoho Reports is a slightly different aspect of it and focuses more on the business intelligence. We found that some of the pros with the Zoho Reports were the flexible file formats for the data sources. There was another easy registration process for the trial accounts, and the wizards were very easy to use for importing and formatting the data. There were some limited tools for creating live dashboards and the widgets, and then also limited tools available for those trial users. Some of the reports that we were able to produce were the budget status reports, and in different meters. We chose this one's more of the speedometer type, and it gave us fairly good representations and snapshots of those data sets. Zoho Reports also enabled us to throw it into bar formats and do side-by-side comparisons. ClickSense Cloud, more of a visual analytics system. And in this example, we were able to pull up the sum of all of the items available in our inventory list for the site supplies. ClickSense Cloud gave us a lot of options in terms of placement and adding graphics to a single page. ClickData was the last one that we used, and it's another dashboard platform that supports file formats, upload links, and importing and exporting of data. This one was the last graphic that we produced through ClickData. It was very easy to use, and we were able to pull up our supply budget status. So cloud dashboards continue to become more prominent in business practice. We're seeing them more and more in the industries. These enable businesses to make effective strategic and tactical decisions and on a timely basis, and they're able to adapt and align to their business strategies more efficiently and effectively. It enables them to, it gives them the ability to visualize KPIs, and KPIs and have been a proven trend in business analytics. We're also arming the executives with information needed to provide the direction for their organization. And we're also empowering managers with detail needed to manage their business domains, all through the use of cloud-based dashboards. Thank you.